Brennan after that wallop. Baby, Dr. Laposado and Dr. Rentschler did a number on Mr. Brennan in the past 2 days. I was in here hooting and hollering like I was watching a basketball game. Brennan was out there objecting to everything. Objection. Chill. Dr. Laposado was excellent on direct. She was very clear and concise in what her findings were. She seemed like she had years of experience, not only working as a pathologist, but also supervising medical examiners. She was the chief medical examiner for like 12 years with the staff under her, and she had quite the... Cranky Hanky got up there on cross, and, he was asking her all of these questions over and over in different forms. Same question, which normally would be asked and answered in any other courtroom, but not in Biv's. And then we had a sidebar where he asked for a voir dire of Dr. Laposado because he wanted to get more into whether or not she should be considered an expert in dog bites. Of course, Bev came back and said that she does not find her to be an expert in the area of dog bites, and she can only talk about the accident. But I thought we didn't know if it was an accident. Anyway. The defense asked for a reconsideration of this decision. They stated that for all or some of the reasons that you allow Dr. Russell to be an expert in this area are some of the same reasons why Dr. Laposado should be considered an expert in this field. He also went on to say that, Hank brought into question Dr. Laposado's report, and he said it in front of the jury. And now, if we don't ask her about these bites, then it's going to look like she has something negative to say or something that does not help the defense. Bev said she was going to think about it for 10 minutes and come back. She came back in 2. Denied. You already knew that. But AJ didn't want to let that stand. He said, this is outrageous. And it was. They decided to have a compromise where she could say that they are animal bites and not dog bites. I don't know what the difference is because a dog is an animal, ain't it? During cross, Cranky Hanky was asking her all of these very poignant questions. Much ado about nothing. A lot about her background, her education, cases she's worked on, etc., etc., etc. Trying to back her into a corner. And then we get a sidebar. Outside of the presence of the jury, Hank gets into the fact that he wants to attack this witness's credibility. He wanted to get into some cases where it was reported to be a failure in her case, and that also she kind of like ran away from a job because she mishandled some things. Okay? There's like 4 different things that he wanted to get into. Bev gave him 2 of those things. Baby, when he started questioning Dr. Laposado about those areas, he asked her about a nightclub fire that she headed up as the chief medical examiner, and why she wasn't there. She never reported to the scene. They was calling her for 17 hours. It was reported all in the news, yada, yada, yada. But baby, Dr. Laposado was unmoved. She was not shaken in the least bit. She actually said, well, it was all bullshit. She gave a very plausible explanation saying that she was the chief medical examiner. She sent over her investigator. She did not need to be on the scene. With so many fatalities, she needed to be in the office, setting up, preparing for the influx of patients that they were about to receive. She said nobody ever called me, and we submitted my phone records to the newspaper that reported this, and it was all cleared up. It was just a misunderstanding.